How did colonialism benefit Europe? Imagine a world where trade routes were limited and economic growth was slow. This was the reality before European colonialism. So, how did colonialism benefit Europe? Let's dive into the details. European colonialism significantly altered global trade patterns. By establishing colonies across the globe, European powers created new markets for goods produced in these colonies. This led to a massive increase in wealth for European nations. For instance, colonies provided new agricultural products, such as cotton, sugar, and tobacco, which were highly profitable. Colonialism also introduced European settlers to new regions, bringing with them human capital, technological knowledge, and institutions that supported economic growth. These settlers brought skills and knowledge that directly added to the human capital of the colonies. Over time, this human capital disseminated throughout the population, improving education and creating better institutions. European colonial powers established trade networks that connected their colonies to international markets. This not only benefited the colonies, but also significantly boosted the economies of the European mother countries. The creation of these trade networks allowed for the exchange of goods, services, and ideas on a global scale, further enriching European nations. In addition to economic benefits, colonialism also led to the establishment of basic infrastructure in the colonies. This included roads, ports, and other essential facilities that facilitated trade and communication. These infrastructure developments were often financed by European powers and contributed to their own economic growth. Colonialism also brought about improvements in public health and education in the colonies. European powers introduced new medical practices and established schools, which not only benefited the local populations, but also ensured a healthier and more educated workforce for European interests. This, in turn, contributed to the overall economic well-being of European countries. Lastly, colonialism allowed European powers to exploit local resources and labor, which further enriched them. While this came at a significant cost to the indigenous populations, it undoubtedly contributed to the economic prosperity of Europe during the colonial era. So, to sum it up, colonialism benefited Europe through the creation of new trade markets, the introduction of human capital and technological knowledge, the establishment of global trade networks, the development of infrastructure, improvements in public health and education, and the exploitation of local resources and labor. These factors collectively contributed to the significant economic growth and wealth accumulation seen in European countries during and after the colonial period.